Welcome to LumenSoft video tutorials. In this tutorial, you will be acquainted with the purpose of performing physical audit in the system, limitations of physical audit, as well as introduction of the physical audit screen. There are two aims for performing the physical audit. The first purpose is that when we enter the quantity of physical products during physical audit, you get to know about the difference. You can compare that which quantity is less than or greater than the physical quantity. Second purpose is that after performing the physical audit, you can set the system quantity in accordance with the physical quantity. Now you will be introduced to the physical audit screen. The physical audit screen is displaying right before you. The physical audit date is the field on which you have physically counted all the products in the shop. This is the current date. This is the line items area displaying the items available in the shop. These are buttons for multiple sessions. These buttons are used when the audit is performed in different sessions. This is the Implement Audit button that is used to convert the physical quantity to system quantity after the physical audit is completed. This button is used for checking the difference in the inventory. You can check the difference in the inventory through this button. The Shop Re-Index button is used for removing any difference in the inventory. Search for any previous audit through the search button. This implies that you can view any of the previous audits performed through this button. The Day Summary Report button generates the report of the audit and all the transactions performed at the end of the business day. Later, you can reset the audit according to these transactions. The Product Code field helps in loading products one by one in the grid. This means you can perform audit for selected products through this field. This button helps in loading all products in the grid. This button is used for copying the system quantity in the physical quantity field. This implies that you can paste the system quantity as it is in the physical quantity field. Next are the buttons for altering the fonts and adjusting the columns on the screen. Through these buttons, you can email the data in the grid, export the grid in CSV setup, export in Excel, and to print the data in the grid respectively. This is the Products Details checkbox. With this checkbox selected, you can view the product name, size, and color columns in the grid. You can exclude viewing the empty rows from the grid or only view the rows showing difference in the grid through these selections in the list. The grid displays the details of the products. Lastly, these buttons are used for saving, updating, deleting, and cancelling the physical audit. Now you will be informed about the limitations of the physical audit. You can only perform one audit in a particular date. As you can see that an audit has been performed on this date. When we try performing another audit on the same date, on clicking Save, the system prompts with the message physical audit date must be greater than the last physical date. This means that the physical audit you are about to perform must have a date greater than the date of the last physical audit performed in the system. Second limitation is that physical audit must always be performed at the end of the business day. Because once it has been implemented, you can no longer perform any transaction. In this tutorial, you have learnt the purpose of performing physical audit in the system, limitations of physical audit as well as introduction of the physical audit screen. To learn more, please refer to other videos. Thank you for your attention.